Hi everyone, good evening, good morning, anywhere you are now. Welcome in this live streaming on YouTube and also on LinkedIn. In this session, we will explore together how to build template from scratch using TreeShade. So, at first here we are talking about software as an extension for Adobe InDesign. Extension for Adobe InDesign and Adobe Bridge. Adobe InDesign and Adobe Bridge. And also as a local server, Node.js local server, you need to install Node.js. Write Node.js and you can install from Google, it's free, from this website, nodejs.org. There is a single file installed in your root folder after installing TreeShade. This file executes as a server on your computer. Install Node.js and you will find the file on the root folder. It's called main.js. Here I have executed the server using Windows PowerShell. Here, when you open the window empty, at first you will be like this on the home page. Write cd, then the partition or the location of the root folder. I have created this root folder, TreeShade, TRST, inside the partition. And then inside the root folder, write node, then the file main, or the file name main.js. And you will have a local server on your computer. To enable others to reach your server, you need to use a service like ngrok. ngrok, it's easy to install and it's easy to run. And to connect to a specific domain, you need about a $95 subscription yearly, about $10 monthly. After executing the local server and the tunnel, here if you write ngrok, write ngrok, and you will find here ngrok.com. You can install very easy. It's friendly installing, and execute in another tab in Windows PowerShell. After installing TreeShade and selecting the root folder for your project, you need to select empty folder so you can put your project later, because the project files is not moved, is what we want to say, the project file is not directly on the root folder. They must be inside workshop folder, and this folder created by TreeShade. Here workshop for editing location, and there are output parallel locations for output. They reflect exactly the same path but in different folders. Like let's go to any template. Twisting. Okay, if we select the design document, you will have output page. They exported automatically when you save the document. Here you have thumbnails as separated JPG or PNG files. You can write, you can determine the exporting type, JPG or PNG, and the resolution. And these these thumbnails created automatically when you save the document. And here versions, they are not related to a design document. Any file you can create versions. So when you create a version of a file, you will have this prefix here in folder versions beside workshop. This prefix determines the version number, and here you can right click on the file and select check in to update the current version depending on the editing copy on workshop folder, or you can select create new version to create a new version. You can select this command in two approaches. You can modify the editing copy, then instead checking in to update the current version, you can select create a new version to output the editing to a new version. Or you can, before editing, select create a new version, then start editing on the workshop copy. Then after that, check in. So when you select create a new version, TreeShade will ask you any method you want. But under editing, if you click yes, a new version will be created. And also if you click no, new version will be created. But here it will mark as under editing. So other collaborators couldn't edit it. They have red mark and couldn't edit the file. And if they edit it, they couldn't overwrite your version. So let's select yes. Now TreeShade automatically create a new file in versions, and in the same time open the editing copy in Adobe InDesign so you can edit it. Now if you edit the file, and save the document, TreeShade will ask you, do you want to check in? If you click yes, that means you finished editing. But if you click no, the file will be still under editing, but the editing copy inside workshop folder will be saved, but the current version it will not be updated. Do you want to check in? Let's click no. Now let's close the document. Now when you select the document, you will have this yellow label. It's assigned automatically on the InDesign document. It marked need to be checked in to warn you that this file is not updated finally. The current version is not updated. If we click here versions, before clicking there, let's go back to workshop. If we select the document and click here, TreeShade automatically select all the versions of the file to extract, distinguish the files among all the other files, because these versions is not separated in a folder, they merged with other files. So they selected automatically, see here, and the current version also marked with yellow to determine that it's not updated yet. Now if we go to badge from versions, while you are in versions and click badge, you will go to this folder, badge versions, because each document, each InDesign document as a version have separated badge. Here we have only for the first version, but for the new version we don't have because we didn't export it yet. If we go back to workshop location, and while the InDesign document selected, click on badge, then you will go to badge workshop, not badge versions. And here these files updated automatically when you save the document. So this always up to date and reflect the actual editing copy. If you double click on any file that represent a badge, TreeShade will open the document, the InDesign document on that badge automatically. So if you have here 100 badge and want to open the document on a specific badge, when you double click the file, the JPG file, instead of opening the image, TreeShade will open the document. Let's try. We open, see the badge open here in first page. Okay. Now the file is still under editing, so you can check in from two locations. You can right click on the design document inside the workshop location in the folder here workshop, and here the relative path to the document. You can right click and click check in. Then TreeShade will automatically open the document to update the PDF, to create PDF and image for the current version, and close the document to be copied and overwrite the current version. Or you can open the document and save in Adobe InDesign, and after saving, TreeShade will ask you to check in. Click yes, and the document will be checked in. But at this time here, you need to make any modification just to make the save action. So just move any item to top and down. Make any modification so the file modified, so you can save. And save. But we don't want to do that. Let's close without saving. Let's check in from Adobe Bridge. Here, because the file marked in yellow, right click and check in. Check in as final. If you click yes, Adobe TreeShade will export two PDF files using two presets, one for version and one for final PDF. It's useful if you want a specific PDF format for final version. Let's click yes. Now automatically Adobe Design will open the document, update the contents, the dynamic links, the live snippets, and export both PDF format and also page separated as separated file, JPG or PNG. Now here in Adobe Bridge, you will have this cyan color. That means the current version is up to date. Now we are in versions PDFs, where we have two PDF for each version, and version 2 supposed to have the cyan color. Here it's not supposed, so you need some time to refresh. So click refresh or F5. See, only this refreshed. Now if you click final PDF, you will go to this folder, final PDF, and always you will have the same relative path, but for different output. Here we don't have final PDF. Why? It's supposed to have final PDF. It's a bug here. Anyway, let's click versions. Now you have two documents, ver01 and ver02, and here in workshop you have the document and have the page. Remember, always edit the file here in workshop. So I have created this color green line to indicate you that this it's not for editing, it's versions. And here also the yellow not for editing. Everyone have different color to indicate the location. This round rotating indicate that TreeShade is running in background and scanning. So if this stop, that means the TreeShade software have problem. The main scanning function is halt, so have problem. So inside workshop, let's create a folder. Let's name FRI Friday. Now you have a menu at the beginning. This menu called new inside the TreeShade menu. This reveal template files installed with the software, and here it help you in building content and help you in dynamic live snippet, like dynamic live snippet for CSV files, for placing tables and cells for CSV. Here you have icons and list, and here content management system CMS items are used to create documentation for TreeShade itself. Here some random files, photo, text, index. The important one is online, this. And this is, it's actually important to create the online form, so the folder can be reflected online. Let's select, keep the file as it or rename as you want, but the important thing is this ts_key. They must be included in the file name. Click OK. Now double click the file and select OK for this message, open online form. Now you have empty online form. If you add any file now, it will be reflected. Let's select photo and a new text file. Now if you refresh, the files here will be revealed. If you have subfolder, like let's say links, and inside this folder you have files. Let's say photo and icon. Now if you refresh, the links folder will not be revealed on the form, because this folder have no paired file with the same name. So at least you need to create text file or any type, but typically and logically and normally it will be text file. So right here, links, the same name, Now TreeShade match the two folders and reveal the sub-content and consider this file as rendering for the content. But here, to load on the online form, we don't care about the content. The content related when you want to place the content of links in dynamic way inside InDesign or inside HTML page. Anyway, now if you refresh, you will have a group these links. If you open, you will have the content, Apple and photo. Here there is no preview because it's SVG file. SVG. Now the end user can easily update the content. He can upload a new file for the files. And photo, etc. And he can update the text using this text area. And when he click update, the files will be uploaded to your computer through the local server. Both the files, the image, uploading the image, and the text also will be updated. If you double click on any text file in Adobe Bridge, TreeShade will reveal the text inside this window, so you can edit quickly. Instead of opening the text file on text editor, it opened here. You can click here, text editor, to open this primary humble page, so you can edit the content, the text here. But there is no connection between this page and this. You need to copy the text and put here. Anyway, okay, that's it for now. Don't hesitate to install TreeShade from Adobe Exchange. It's totally free, and you can install and avoid running it to avoid any problem. Just don't select it from window here. So don't select from window extensions to be in safe mode if you don't want to run TreeShade in a specific time. And don't hesitate to ask any question about installing or using. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.